me see if I'm streaming yet. 1 second. Testing 1, 2. Oh, there we go. Let me turn down the volume. Let me see if I'm streaming yet. All right, hey guys. I just wanted to check in to our practice group, see how everybody's doing, and check in and see how your practicing is going. If you guys are staying with it, staying busy, I hope you are. Been thinking about volume 2, about going through that, and for those of you who've been going through volume 1, many of you weren't able to finish it with all keys, and I didn't expect anyone to finish all keys, but the important thing is that you have the material there and you can kind of go at your own pace. So by starting volume 2, we go through the material that you guys have and keep going. So I'm wondering if 20 people would be a good number to say we can keep doing keep going. So anyway, wanted to check in with you guys, and I was just started going through the licks, and this is one of the ones that's in my most popular video, this idea of the second inversion triad. This is in my most popular video. It's one of the licks there. So this is a great one. People ask about it all the time, but when you go into the different keys, there are different fingerings that you use. So a couple different fingers that you use. So we'll go through all that. Another lick that's in Blues Volume 2 that I really like is the idea of the 6th lick, the C6 lick that we've already done, but it takes it up the octave and it does the kind of the Cruella de Vil. And then it kind of settles back down to this second inversion triad. You can do that again. What I like about it is, one, it has the C6 lick right away, and then it does minor third, major third, to the 5th and the flat 7, so you get this sound. And then you end kind of where we started on the other lick. So we have and you guys know how I teach this this kind of way is that I teach it breaking everything up. So as we play this lick, this is the C6 lick, and then we go up here to the second part, which is the minor third to major third. So I'd practice this. And then the last part of the lick is this minor third to major third while holding the G at the top. And then you just go 4, 5, 3, 3. I will, since I just sent out that email, I think I will make this public for a minute or two. So what it's doing is you have the C6 lick from volume 1, and then it goes up to the minor third to major third. You have the C6 lick from volume 1. Okay, so what we did is the C6 lick, no problem, and then you go minor third to major third to the 5th, and you go up to the top where you have the 5 and the flat 7. So you can break this up into 2 licks. The last part of the lick is just just like this other lick from Blues Volume 2. And what we're doing is minor third to major third with the fifth on top, which does the C in second inversion. So I would practice that by itself. So the first part, second part, do it again. And as I'm doing that, I'm thinking, what's up, Dana? Happy Friday to you. How are you? Dana, I don't know if you got the email or not, but it's funny when I send out the email to our practice group, several and if I make it's unlisted, and then if I make it public, everybody shows up that's in the group. So it's kind of funny the way that works. How is everything going with you? And are you playing any saxophone lately? Yeah, if you break this up into three different sections, you'll have the lick. And this is, I can't remember which, this might be lick 1 in Blues Volume 2. So you guys have the sheet music for that. And basically what we're doing is you get this C6 lick that we did in Blues Volume 1 in all keys, right? You just get used to sliding that second finger to the major third, minor third to major third. 1 and 2 and then 3 and 4 and then you get up there to the 5th and the flat 7th, to the F and A, and then you end the lick with the minor third to major third, holding the second inversion at the top. So I'll play that slowly. Now, in addition to having more material to play and to connect, another thing you're doing is it's great for ear training, right? You're working on the C6 lick. We're doing a simple C blues. Well, what happens if we go to the key of F? We're going to do the same thing. Awesome. You need a drummer? Doesn't your brother play the drums? All right, so if we're in the key of F, or the 4 chord of the C blues is F, so we have the C6 lick, the F6 lick, and you do minor third to major third as your slide to the 6th, and then your root at the top. So we have this. And now when I go up, I'll play it an octave lower. I jump up to minor third to major third. The third part of the lick is just minor third to major third. Again. When I get to this top, I'm on the 5th and the flat 7th, and then I go to the 4 and the 3, right? I'm sorry, the 4th and the 6th note of the scale. And the third part is just minor third to major third, and that outlines the F triad, right? Now the last key, let's do it on G as well. That's the first thing. You get the G6th lick, minor third to major third. Now I come up to the top, I'm going to do minor third to major third. I go 5th and flat 7. And then I'm the 4th note of the G scale and the 6th note. So you get that. And the last part of the lick is just minor third to major third. And all I'm doing is the G in second inversion. We have this. a great exercise. Hey, Vicky, how's it going? So as we do volume 2, we're going to have this idea of the triplet again, second inversion, C triad, and this will be in all keys. And just remember that the fingering is a little bit different in some of the other keys. But what you want to get used to is minor third to major third with our middle finger up to your pinky, and you're coming down a C triad in second inversion. And then you go to, on beat 2, you go to F and A, so you crossovers with fingers 3 and 5. And then it's just 2 and 4 with minor third to major third. Again. Or you can start right on it. That's a great exercise once again for ear training. So you have the C6 lick, and then I'm just going minor third, and then I do 5 and flat 7, and just even this idea of second inversion triad, minor third to major third, is great for the fingers, right, with the pinky on top. See how it would if I did a different bass line. For the right hand, it would be pretty easy. So. So that should make sense to you guys. That has a nice feel. So if you do it with a swing feel, or not a swing feel, like a blues feel, that's just quarter notes in the bass line right there. Or I could do eighth notes. F, same thing. Make sense? And then the other lick that is from volume 2, it combines one of the licks we did in volume 1 with the C6 lick with the second part is kind of like a Cruella de Vil, flat third to major third, and you end up with the 5th and flat 7th to kind of a 4 chord for a second, and you end with the C in second inversion. Awesome. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Email me at bob@iMusicAcademy.com, And let me add you to that practice group. So just to give everybody a heads up with what we've been doing, we did a 5-week course with Blues Volume 1 in all keys. And it was for anybody who had my blues bundle, which is still at iMusicAcademy. And it's probably still on sale. I didn't, my administrator may still have it on sale. I don't even know. But it's all 3 volumes of the blues courses. And so I did this free course of 5 weeks of Blues Volume 1 in all keys. And so every single day for the 5 weeks, I had a lesson for everybody. And we did 3 keys a day for 4 days during the week, and I did extra videos as well. So that was kind of cool. And we got through with it. And so this is the in-between time where I'm gearing up. I'm saying, all right, we had 37 people that were in the course, and now I want to see if anybody's interested in keeping going with this. So if you are enjoying this kind of content, these kinds of videos, make sure you give me a like there. I see we have 1 like so far, and it just helps me know that you guys are enjoying this. And we do welcome all of you and your comments and everything. Okay, so just a little bit more on what we're doing here is since we finished the 5-week course, we did Blues Volume 1 in all keys, right? And so that was kind of cool. We started off with the basic example number 1 from Blues Volume 1, which is this. And it's a great as a warm-up, it's great for the fingers, left hand and right hand. You're getting your fingers going. You have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 4, and 1, 3, 5. So you're using all your fingers. In the left hand, you're really driving home your pinky and your second finger, your index finger, and your thumb. So it's a really great exercise. And when you do it in all keys, it really helps. By the way, I need to say this. I love to hear about your journey, about you haven't played in 40 years and you started playing again. That makes me happy. So thank you so much for getting back into playing. And if I can always inspire somebody to get back to playing again and help you through that journey, that makes me feel really good. So thank you for that. All right, so let's just say you haven't played in a while and you're getting back into things, right? This is a great example from Blues Volume 1, getting those fingers going again. Let's say that we're getting our material, and Blues Volume 1 we had 10 licks, and some of the licks are very easy, some are a little bit challenging, but they all make sense, and it gives you a vocabulary that you're building up. So let's just say we only knew one thing. Let's say we only knew this. When you go to the 4 chord of the blues, it's the exact same fingering, right? Repeat that over and over. Get used to the feel of it. Now it's going to go to G, which is in a C blues, you have 1, 4, and 5, right? The 5 chord is G. Same fingering, exactly. Go back to C. Now, as we start the Blues Volume 2 journey in all keys, the first lick in that example 1 in Blues Volume 2 is the C6 lick that we did in the first volume with the addition of the minor third to major third. So it's an extended lick. All it is the first part and 4 and then. So we have a little triplet, and then it starts on the line keeps going. Now, even though to some of you guys that may feel like it may feel like it's over your level, right? Maybe you're used to this and that feels pretty good, but the idea of playing up and doing all this feels like it's over your level. Here's the good news, is that I always break the licks up into sections. So this is the second section. So even if you were playing down here, so let me start the first lick. I'm just going to do that portion of the lick. did, so I took the second part of this lick and we break it down into sections, right? You have this. And I'm thinking about my theory, and we've been practicing this for Blues Volume 1 and this course we did in all 12 keys, is that I made you guys learn all your scales, right? C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, and you do them backwards, C, B, A, G, F, E, D, C. And we learn about the theory, because theory is important. It helps you transpose into all keys. And even just by knowing the notes of the C scale and being able to think in numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If I said go to your flat third, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You go to the third note of your C scale and you flat it. You go down by a half step. So the idea of this part of the lick is minor third to major third, which we say all the time. And you end with your fifth and your flat 7, right? So if I were to go into the key of F for the 4 chord, and I go 1, there's the F6 lick. I'm using F, minor third to major third, 5th, 6th of an F scale now. But if I just wanted to do that little exercise, or this idea, just like we did it on C, all I have to know is there's my F major scale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and I go flat third to major third up to the 5th and the flat 7. And notice that my fingering is exactly the same. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now that's the second part of the lick. The third part of the lick is simply this. I'll go back to C. So the first part of the lick, the 6th lick, 1 and 2 and then 3 and 4 and. The second part is extending it. And the third part of the lick is the minor third to major third of a C scale. So flat third to major third, and coming down the C triad in second inversion. I see we have 6 people in here. If you would, if you're enjoying this, make sure you like this video. I want to make sure that this is helpful for you guys. So sometimes I'll just practice this section, the third section. And part of the reason is because this right here sets you up for this lick, which is also part of Blues Volume 2. It's even just this lick right here, I get asked about all the time. How do you do that? How do you use the fingering and this? And the most important thing on that is, yes, it does require a few different fingerings as you change keys, but the main thing is you go up, you use the fingering 3, slide to your major third, up to the 5th, and then there's a triplet there. 1 and then 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. 1 and that triplet is like a 16th note. I'm sorry, it's like a triplet of the 8th note. And you go on to beat 2. And then when I'm teaching this, I'm actually breaking it down to do it like this. C and G together. And then when you get to the F and the A together, it's 3 and 5 with your C and A. And this is how I'd practice it. So slide first. And the last part is just minor third to major third. So what I did there is I kind of took the 2 licks and morphed them together. So the lick by itself does this second inversion triad, minor third to major third, right? But the other lick, the C6 lick, extended lick, goes minor third to major third. And it ends with this third section of this, look. But I actually use the fingering 2, 5, 3, 2, 1. So if you combine those two, or played both of those licks, or this, So I may just want to practice the third part of the lick, minor third to major third. What that does right there, E is my main note, and I'm doing up, above, so fourth note, minor third to major third. Awesome. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of practice for a minute exactly the way I practice things. I try to practice things slowly and sort of have goals in mind. And this is an example of one goal is you're going to say, I'm going to mess around with this for a while. I haven't practiced in a while, so. Now let me do that longer lick. Here we go. Can do. It's a little bit quicker that way. That way I'm going 1 and then 2 and 3 and 4. Now the great thing is when I go to the 4 chord, it's going to be the same fingering, right? Same fingering on the F chord. I'll do the second lick. What about when I go to G? Same fingering. All right, so just to talk about a couple things related to us starting a new course, Blues Volume 2, on November 8th. I need 20 students that are going to be able to be a part of it. We had 37 and it was awesome for Blues Volume 1, but I want to make sure. Awesome, you are welcome. It's great to see you. It is a pity that you have to leave. But you can always definitely email me, Bob at iMusicAcademy.com, and let's connect there as well. And you can tell me if you're already in the practice group. We had 37 people that went through Blues Volume 1 in all 12 keys. And I am actually about to do something. I'm going to make something available on our store of anyone who wants to go through Blues Volume 1 in all keys like we did that. So I have several people. I've sold tons of those bundle courses over the years, but it was a new thing to start this 37 member group of us practicing together, encouraging each other. So it's really, really cool. So we're going to do it. We're going to do Volume 2. Volume 2 has some really nice licks in it as well. Some kind of old school, but really nice licks. Like I love this one. So you can go. It's the same fingering when you go to F. Start right on the beat. Kind of an old school, but not just a fun lick. And you want to have a few of those. Yeah, it sounds like we're on some different. You're about to go to bed, and we're just getting started. Actually, we're not. I'm actually teaching a private lesson here in a little while, but I thought I'd come in and say hello and check in with you guys. I want to know of anybody who's watching now, how's your practicing going? I want to know if you're feeling motivated, if you feel overwhelmed, where you are in the process, and also for those that are checking out all of our if you're in the practice group, I want to know how your practicing is going since we ended the 5-week course on Blues Volume 1. So we did some really cool, easy licks in Blues Volume 1, but I think they're very essential licks. There are some hard ones, but also we ended Blues Volume 1 with the idea of using your third up to your root, going chromatically down, and you end on the flat 7 and the 5th. So you have this again. Now, why is that important? Why is that so good? Because you're using your ear and your theory at the same time, and you're taking a simple concept that is so crucial. The third note of the C scale up to the root, down to the 9th and the flat 7, and down to the root and the 6th note, right? See how important this is? And then you end on the flat 7 and the 5th. And what I also taught you in our 5-week course is you can keep going down. You can go down a whole step there and start it over and end back where you started. Right? Listen to this. Does that make sense to you guys? If it does, say hello in the chat and give me a thumbs up if you like this kind of stuff. I see we have 6 people on now, and 3 people have checked in with their like, letting me know that you're enjoying this. Now, what I was just doing right there, anybody can do, and many of you can do it much better than I did it. So here's what all I did is I made a goal that, or I set parameters to that little practice session, is that one, I was just going to keep playing the simple blues, and I was just going to groove on example 1, get my fingers going, and then all I was thinking is I'm either going to do this lick, or this lick, which is from Blues Volume Blues Volume 1, the last one. So, right, should get your fingers going. Now maybe I say, all right, I do that for a while, and I'm going to do a different bass line. Now I'm going to do the sort of New Orleans second line kind of feel when I do 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Same fingering. Do that other lick. go to G there, if I was staying with the blues progression, I can only do half of there. All right, so let me go back to just a theory behind the other idea from Blues Volume 2, is that we go C6 lick, and then we're going to go up to the minor third, major third, and end up on your 5 and your flat 7. And the third part of the lick, C6 lick. I'm sorry, C in the second inversion, hammering second finger to third finger, and you're outlining the C triad in second inversion. So we have this. What's up, Jeffrey? Jeffrey, I've missed hanging out with you, man. It's good to see you, as always. Checking in with everybody to see how the practicing is going. I hope you guys are staying motivated. And I'm definitely thinking about doing, well, we are going to do the course from Blues Volume 2 in all keys starting November 8th. If I have 20 people that sign up. That's my thing, because it's a lot of work. And I love doing the work, but I want to make sure that it's helping you out. So another thing I've been doing, just so you guys know, is I've been working on the Blues Volume 4, and all the examples, everything is done, and I've been going through them, and they are a lot of fun. And I'm going to get our practice group to test them out before I record these. I'm going to record them the week that we start the course, so on the 8th. There are lots of reasons why I'm not starting till the 8th. Some of them have to do with my work, and the other reason is because I want to get everybody who is in Volume 1 excited about it. I want to make sure we're going to have 20 people before we start. Anyway, I'm calling Blues Volume 4 Blues Connections, because a lot of these licks really work the fingers connecting ideas, and some of them are longer lines. And Dwight, one of my students, gets the Dwight lick is the number 1 lick that we're starting off with. It's very simple, but I love the Dwight lick. And I told Dwight, I said, when we start, or when I do Blues Volume 4, we're doing your lick. And it's so simple, but it's so good. So I'll play that for you. You guys have heard this. I say, all that is doing is root up to the tritone, which is really cool. And then you do the 4th note, and then you do down to the flat 7 and up to the root. And why is this important? Because when you transpose it, tritone, flat 7 up to the root. And your G, the same thing. Right? So that's a great simple way to play something a little bit fresh there with the tritone. Little tension, right? But I like it. All right, any questions about anything? I want to know how your practicing is going. of the examples that is going to be in Blues Volume 4 is just about Triad Connections. And so I wrote out all the different ways, or lots of different ways you can connect. Like, I love the idea of second inversion triads. They're my absolute favorite. And just even having the flat 7, the 3rd, and the 5th, right? So that sounds good just like that, right? When you do that, you have an F in the second inversion. It has a nice little tension there. So let's listen to those two. When you add the G minor, now you have some nice tension there with your flat 7, your 5th, and your 9th. So listen to that. Okay, then you can keep going up. Let's keep going up. G minor. Listen how nice that A minor in second inversion sounds. So listen. So let's go through those triads again. I think it's worth going through that. So C mixolydian scale, a C major scale, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, right? And all we're doing is making it a mixolydian scale or dominant scale by flattening the 7th note, right? So you have C7. And so I'm just using notes from the C7 scale with triads. Now that's just a straight up B flat triad in second inversion, and then there's the C triad in second inversion, right? So you have this, and all I did is go chromatically down. I like that sound. What about that? I went A triad in second inversion to G minor in second inversion, and even chromatically. I just like that sound. Sounds good to me. And so I would practice. There's your C on top. So you just want to get the sound in your head. If you like that sound. I'll go up the top. Da, da, da. Then you would want to, so you want to get used to your triads. Sorry. I love, there's your D minor. That sounds good there as well. Don't sleep on the D minor in second inversion. Nobody? Don't sleep on the D minor. So let's listen to that. So we have B flat. There's our C. Sound good to me. Now what I'm going to do something just a little bit different. Now there is a little bit of tension there when I'm doing, like, let's say I'm here, and if I'm on the C and A against there's lots of clashing going on, right? So sometimes you just want to do like an octave in the left hand, right? doing now is just like listening. What do I like? Which sounds do I like? Da-da-da. So you just make it your playground, whatever you want, whatever feels good, but get used to those triads. I love the second inversion triad. Any questions about that? So right now I'm just experimenting. All right, I'm gonna go down chromatic. Let's see how that sounds. And also just, you go from F to G minor and see how that sounds. So, see what I'm doing right there is that I spent time listening to the sound, experimenting, figuring out what sounds bad, what sounds good. And then once I get into a real practice where I'm playing the blues, now I say, all right, I'm going to go back to what I was doing. Nice and slowly. Just example one. Now, what if I put in a few triads there? I went to A. Triad C. To me, I love the sound of the C going down to chromatically to the B flat. So second inversion triads, right? And then when I went to the A minor in second inversion, da-da-da, da-da-da, there's a nice resolution there. Da-da-da-da-da, there's home again, right? Still want to hear just the way that sounds together if I just had the octave. Sounds good, and when I go back to my simple, where's my pedal? Not that I need it. Let me check the time. Got about 10 more minutes, and then I'm going to teach a lesson. All right, good. Okay, so back to this idea of, go back to Blues Volume 1, right? First example. Now let me experiment with the triad, right? I needed to resolve that. Again. All right, now do Blues Volume 1, Example 1, sorry. Again. So now here's what we'll end up by doing this. I will do either Blues Example 1 or I'll do Blues Example 10 from Volume 1, or I will do the other lick from Blues Volume 2, which is coming up starting November 8th, right? No, that's not it. Yeah, it is. C6 lick plus the added thing. And the other one, which is just part of another lick in Example 2. So I have 4 or 5 different licks we're doing, and then the only other thing I'm going to do is I'll add the idea of the triads. We spent time experimenting, saying, all right, I like the sound of this. C in second inversion. D minor always sounds good in second inversion. On that one, you're using a C7 with the 7th on the bottom. I'm sliding to minor third to major third. F in second inversion, G minor in second inversion, A minor in second inversion, and a B flat second inversion, and then C on top. But you can also go chromatically. Make sure you like this video if you guys want me to leave it up, mistakes and all, and goofing off and all. But here we go. So C triad in second inversion. And I'm practicing chromatically because I think that's really important. And listen to the A. To me, that's gold right there if you use it right, right? And you end on the home, right? So Okay, so let's put all the licks together. 2 and 3 and 4 and... I should be playing all this slower anyway. Let me try it one more time. Any questions on anything? I've got about 3 more minutes. You guys can let me know if you've had fun on this live. I have to fix my sound on this piano. It has a really good sound, it's just all messed up. I don't know what's going on. All I hear is it's definitely the patch on it. I'm glad that it helped you out. You know, it's funny with all this material that you guys have. I actually have, since I'm already set up for my lesson stream-wise, I have a few more minutes, but just want to encourage you guys about a couple of things. If you're watching this in post, make sure you like this video. If it doesn't get to 20 likes in a day or so, I'll just hack it up and put the things that are only helpful out. But I will leave it up if we get lots of likes on it. So my channel is it's growing at a nice pace, and we had a great time with this practice group. So just a recap for everybody really quickly, and then I'll practice for just a little bit more, is that I've had the Blues Volume 1 Blues Bundle. For years I've been selling the Blues Bundle, and it's been really great. I have a lot of students out that have purchased it, supported the channel, and I've also taught privately, even using the courses. But I decided to do a free course for anyone that has the bundle, and we did 5 weeks of going through Blues Volume 1 in all keys, and it was awesome. It was a neat family kind of atmosphere. 37 people took me up on it. Every single day they got a video to practice 3 keys a day and 2 licks a week for 5 weeks, and we knocked it all out. But they'll always have the videos, and I'm going to make it available in the store, and I haven't decided, I think I'll definitely offer it for a small affordable price, but the main thing is I wanted people practicing. I didn't want people to just buy my courses, and although I'm very thankful for that. But anyway, so that was really successful. So I just decided let's see if anybody's interested and keep going with this. So we had 37 people, and if we get 20 people by November 8th to sign up for the course, they say they want to do Blues Volume 2 in all keys, then we'll do it. And that's what I did today. Is I just started, hey, here's the first lick in Blues Volume 2. It's the C6 lick, which the longer one where you have this and then you come back down for the third part of the lick. So you have, and then another lick that's in Blues Volume 2 is this, which is one of my more popular licks on that video that has 905,000 people or whatever that have watched it. But it's this. But as you change keys, there are some different fingerings that go along with it. All right, so we're going to see who wants to continue that journey. But it's still, I think, on sale, the bundle, if anybody who doesn't have it. Go ahead and I would encourage you to get it. It comes with all the sheet music, all the fingerings and everything. And it's a way to support iMusicAcademy. But if people can't afford it, always say this. It's important. If you can't afford something, you email me and we can figure it out together, bob@imusicacademy.com. All right, so let's finish up by just playing what we practiced today. I said, if I haven't been practicing a lot, I want to warm up on example 1. I would do it in more keys, but I'm just demonstrating C now because you're getting your fingers going. It's just like warming up with scales even, because you're using all 5 fingers. In your left hand, you're really driving home this idea of the pinky, the second finger, and the bass line. So this is a great thing to go just to get the feel. And then I'm going to add the other lick that we did from Blues Volume 1, which is this, and you can keep going down. We practiced this a lot over the last 5 weeks. And then the other videos, the examples we're going to do right now is just the ones that I did from Blues Volume 2, and then this other idea of connecting the longer line. And the last thing, which is coming out in Blues Volume 4, but I hinted around, is the use of these triads. So in C7, I just need to cover this again. C7, flat 7, 3, and 5. But then you go first inversion, F chord, G chord, second inversion, F chord, second inversion, G minor, A minor in second inversion, B flat in second inversion. So you see that I really like that second inversion triad. And you can take it down chromatically. So let's listen how that sounds. Just example 1 or that idea of the triads. sometimes it's good to play all your licks in different octaves as well. Let me do that again. Can't go any further out there. All right, guys. All right, so if there's anybody that's actually still around listening to this, I apologize. I will leave it up for a while if people want me to leave it up. But also just wanted to say hey and encourage you guys to keep practicing. Let me know if you're interested on the November 8th thing, and I will probably try to do another stream or two over the weekend, and maybe even late tonight, not sure. All right, so you guys have a good one, and I'll see you in the next video.